Hello, this is the 2 Cents Podcast. I'm your host, Nino. Gilbert Arenas, arrested for allegedly operating an illegal gambling ring. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas, nicknamed Agent Zero from his productive scoring days in the NBA, and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, was arrested operating an illegal gambling and poker ring out of a California home that Arenas owned, according to unsealed court documents. The indictment was filed on July the 15th. Federal prosecutors in the Central Court District of California between September 2021 and July 2022 said that Arenas allegedly rented out a mansion in the Encino neighborhood of Los Angeles so he and his co-conspirators could run an illegal high-stakes poker games out of the house. Prosecutors alleged that Arenas ordered one of the co-defendants to stage the mansion and to host the poker games and collect rent. And the other co-conspirator, Yevgeny Gershman, a suspected Israeli organized crime member, hired women who allegedly, in exchange for tips, served drinks and provided massages and offered companionship to the poker players. Arenas, again nicknamed Agent Zero from his productive great scoring days in the NBA, was charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business. And also he was charged with 1 count of making false statements to investigators. Arenas pleaded not guilty Wednesday in the United States District Court in Los Angeles, where he was released on $50,000 bond, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles said. His trial is scheduled for September the 23rd. Gilbert Arenas has a pretty good damn podcast, I must say. The No Chill podcast. Some of the NBA guests on there with him, Kenyon Martin, Rashad McCants, and Nick Young. Peace. Y'all know what this really looking like. Remember what I just said? He had one of his co-conspirators to hire women in exchange for tips, to serve them drinks, to give massage, to be very friendly. You know the one thing they missing, and I guarantee you it went down, but it just wasn't said. You know they was having sex with that too. Come on. What's another form of massaging? When you have rich people involved. When you get a massage, and I guarantee you these women was beautiful women. Young, beautiful women. Attractive, beautiful women. I just don't have it in the statement. You getting a massage, whereas these women are giving these celebrity or rich men certain massages and they getting loose. You think they ain't gonna push that envelope and push that move and say, okay, you done gave me a massage, but now I'm expecting a happy ending. And we know what the happy ending is. See, this is what this was. I'm real surprised, though. This been going on since September of 2000. What is it going on? September. What I'm looking. September 2021 till July 2022. I mean, I like Gilbert Arenas. And also, he's very informative on his podcast. Also, I think he was in the running where when he potentially was going to be maybe hired by Stephen A. Smith to be one of the co-hosts on First Take, I thought I had heard them rumblings or whatever. But, I mean, this is real news again. Boy, every time a black man is doing his thing, something always come upon and busts his bubble. And I think Gilbert Arenas was doing great things. I love his podcast, the No Chill podcast. I love Kenyon, even though Kenyon do be a bully sometimes. But Kenyon is very informative. I like Rashad McCants. I love Nick Young because Nick Young is funny because he's kind of the one that everybody pick on. And he's the one that always trying to prove himself. But I liked it, Gilbert Arenas, podcast. And like I say, Agent Zero was a bad boy when he was in the NBA. I remember him and Kobe done had some battles. I remember he gave Kobe that good work, gave Kobe that business, a time or two. And, of course, Gilbert Arenas is one of the people that we always kind of come at because he done said a lot of things since Kobe is dead now, that Kobe is in this and Kobe is in that. I don't think it's not necessary that he's not giving Kobe his flowers, but, a lot of people think when it comes to Kobe Bryant, it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and even sometimes it's LeBron James. It is, most people will say it's Michael Jordan and LeBron James, but a lot of people think it's Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, who really is, A and B, as Jada Rose used to say. Kobe Bryant is Michael Jordan 2.0. But back to Gilbert Arenas. Man, this is starting in the news because, like I said, Gilbert Arenas had things that he was popular. He had things going on. I didn't know this was going down. But I tell you about this illegal gambling thing and the things that was going on in that house. It was more than just gambling. I tell you like this. I bet that house was so much like a bordello. And what I mean a bordello, come on, man, again, though. Think about it. As I just said, you hiring women to be nice, to serve drinks, exchange for tips, people. And we ain't talking about no chump change tips. We're talking about some real nice tips that these women are getting from these men that are rich. So you think they ain't got proposition? And I guarantee you, it was sexual encounters that was going down even more 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Then again, you have the Israeli gang member in it. What's his name? Gershman. Now that was startling now because with all the things that we have going on with the world, and we just had a tax when President Trump gave them a tax with the Iraqis and all that. So this, things are weird, but like that would have made my eyebrow kind of rise there. And Gilbert Arenas is dealing with a dude like that. You never know because, stranger things can happen with him dealing with a dude like that. But, man, Agent Zero, you never know what these celebrities be doing, man. You just never know. I wonder how did it go down. I wonder who was giving word about this because, believe me, for the FBI to raid Gilbert Arenas and been watching Gilbert Arenas again from September to 2021, I think that went to July or 2022 or whatever, that long, it has been somebody informing him on that. Hey, when you're rich, you gotta watch your friends, man. I remember, if I'm not wrong, Pete, Gilbert Arenas hasn't got in trouble before, I think, when he was in the NBA. Didn't Gilbert Arenas, I should have looked at my research, but I think I'm kind of accurate. Then Gilbert Arenas one time when he was playing, brought a gun to the locker room, and he had some problems. There was some backlash on that where he got suspended. I think I'm right on that. I might have to look that up. But I think he had brought a gun and brandished it in the locker room. He had got into it with somebody. And I think that had got him in a lot of hot water and trouble too. So, Gilbert Arenas is, he's a real G, He be getting into certain things, So, this is crazy, but, man, Gilbert Arenas now. We got Shannon Sharp. Just got fired from ESPN, let go. Now Gilbert Arenas is arrested for running an illegal gambling ring. Now, what is going to become of the No Chill podcast and things like that, even though he is out on $50,000 bond, and his court case is coming up September the 23rd. You see, they getting that on out. But, hopefully he will get out of there. But, man, it's just crazy. Another black man is being targeted. Another black man is just getting targeted. And I know people going to come back to me and say, well, there you go playing that black card. But I'm not playing that black card. And I know people going to say, well, they all come that white rich men too. Yeah, but I don't see it as a consummate. Come on, man. It's Puff. And I don't want to knock off Gilbert Arenas. And I'm going to get in that a little bit later on, about another day too, with Puff. But, it just, man, all our black brothers, black men are doing great things. And they be just flourishing. And then suddenly some just come knock them down. But, again, you got to be careful with what you do. Get this money and go legit. You can't get greedy. Gilbert Arenas made nice money out the NBA. Have a nice podcast. I'm pretty sure it can be, monetary ventures that he could have got in that can be legit. Why would you run an illegal gambling, thing? And why would you run an illegal gambling thing at a house that you purchased with your name on it? It don't even make no sense, Agent Zero. You got plenty of money. You're doing good on the podcast. I think Stephen A. was going to give you very much consideration for joining the first tape panel. Things like that. Come on, man. You don't have to do that. It's going to be interesting. Maybe he'll get out of this, but you just never know, man. You just never know. And I'm pretty sure more going to come out. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Gilbert Arenas arrested for allegedly operating an illegal gambling ring. 2 cents. The podcast. I'm Nino. Appreciate y'all.